What is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We're here, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, for the next episode of Ace of Diamond Act 2. This being the 9th episode. Right now, we have a really interesting situation going on, especially in terms of just the competition among the third years who are fighting for a spot on the roster, but also the second years and the new first years, of course, because Coach Kataoka has intentionally left it to where there's two more spots open on the squad for the spring tournament. So there's two spots, and we just have a lot of people fighting for those two spots. And I like how we saw, especially the first years, showing off some of their stuff. I would say for the first time, really to the others in the previous episode. It was awesome with what we had with that. We also had the Inashiro and Yakushi game wrap up, which we saw Inashiro ultimately take that game in. It was the Naramiya show, the main Naramiya show, as we were saying. He just locked them down after that one hit that he gave up earlier in the game. So yeah, really interested to see and just excited to see what we're gonna have with this competition. Who's gonna come out of it, into the roster, the 20-man team for at least the spring tournament. That's strictly what we're talking about right now. But obviously they are kind of hinting at and we're worried about the future, obviously, too, even past the spring tournament. So. We'll see what we got. We'll see what we got with this episode. We're starting at the very beginning, 0 seconds, and we're going to get into it in 3, 2, 1, play. Has to be the like we talked about it last week, the brightest intro. Like, seriously, man, that TV Tokyo intro will blind you, man, if you're not careful. Strengthening the team is we saw Masashi. I was like, put this man in the lineup. First off, but like Yui could hit pretty well as too. We didn't really see much. Okamura was hitting well. Seto, though, we didn't really see too much of. But we're only gonna get more and more and more of them. The battle for the 20 spots in the summer. Two spots. Like with the spring tournament, and then obviously looking forward to the summer and beyond, which you always gotta do that with your teams if if you're taking it as seriously as you should be, in my opinion, right? Like, you always got to be kind of worried about the future, looking to the future, developing the young players while still trying to have like a winning formula, right? Because winning's always the biggest thing. Right? So that's kind of what they're doing here. Like I've been saying, this has been a thing I sound like a broken record now, I know, but like we kind of already, you would say right now, if you were just kind of thinking about it, like Masashi and Yui would be who you would think would fill the two spots. But Okamura and Seto are going to be probably some surprises. And I mean, you guys are saying Okamura is like a fan favorite from people who have read the source material and all that. So it has to be for a reason, right? So they're on my radar, definitely. But I just feel like there's definitely a lot of surprises to come with all four of these characters, but more specifically Okamura and Seto. But we'll see. Fourth day of the Tokyo Spring Tournament, April 12th. Sato's playing Hodai. Squat! I'm looking forward to that Ichidai, and because that's probably what's going to happen. Like I said, they always give up the games we want. So there's allowed several runners on base since the... Oh. Nah, I'm not giving this up. Nice defense. Nice. If he was getting... Apparently that many runners are getting on base, only give up one run. Yeah, they're going through... I figured they would go through like these games quickly, and then they're probably going to spend a like whole episode or two potentially on Zoto. They s- Yeah, that's what we like to see. Doesn't matter. uh, you love to see that. 10-2. Damn. Called in the seventh inning. Scouts everywhere. He's not perfect. None of these pitchers we have on our team are perfect. So it's like he's only gonna get better with that and improve on that going forward. But they're trying to find whatever they can to kind of get an edge on Sato or you know. Okay, so Masashi is the 19th spot and Yui the 20th. That's what I was saying. Yeah, they're probably gonna be the next two spots. Like that Okamura and Seto, we cannot forget about them. 100%. There's no way. Okamura can't stand this, huh? He just look at him. He's like, I want to be in there. That's probably how a lot of them are. We might see Inashiro and Sato too, man. Like, there's so many like maybe Yakashi and Inashiro, Sato and Ichidai. We could see Sato and Inashiro. Like, and some of those other players they were showing, yeah, these are some of the other players they were showing at the beginning of the season that told us, the viewer, like, okay, these characters are going to be important rivals or opponents going forward, potentially. Yes, come on, Sommer. So he's already ahead of him. Keep working on that craft. Keep. That was like his first instinct to say that. Damn. Then I won't leave a single bit. Like, I'm gonna be better than you. I'm not gonna pull some shit like that. Miyuki would pull some crap like that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Miyuki's loving this. He's loving this. Where we practice, the street lights don't reach. It's a dim, lonely place. See, I love this, man. I love this competition and just how, whether you're first year, second year, or third year, this is gonna make you like, this is gonna make you elevate your game, right? Like, because you're seeing these first years like making the cut, and you're like, man, I gotta push myself to get better, to to go further. I like that. This man couldn't sleep the whole night, huh? Just judging, yeah, like just judging from his face, he couldn't sleep all night, man. Damn. Yeah, he like yeah, like I was saying, just judging from his like, I mean, he was just literally just laying there like, because rest and sleep is important. If it's man, I would be kind of pissed if I couldn't sleep from sophomore like doing that shit. Woo! Wow. This is high school high school baseball, one of the best high school pitchers in the nation. You're getting a feel for him like, yo, right here, one on one. Like, this is how the upperclassmen should be, right? Like that's oh, it's who doesn't love Odo? You know what I'm saying? Like, I love how Yui is like really. I like how Yui's like really like a student of the game. You know, like he's always just evaluating himself and how he can be better and how like what he could do next time. That's good. That's what you like to see. I like that, Okamura. He definitely never shuts up. I feel like the thing we all like really know about Seto, like the only thing we really know or saw from him is that he's a lefty. That's I think that's it. Like we haven't really saw. Saji's pretty pretty good at fielding too. Still really solid. So a little different than Tetsu. I wouldn't. Well, actually, not a little different, but well, in terms of hitting, no, they're quite the same, you know, but or about the same. But like fielding wise, you know, if he's out in the outfield, obviously that's way different than uh than Tetsu. This will be a good match. They're probably not going to show too much of it, but he's like, it doesn't matter. He's like, it doesn't matter, but I'll play whoever. Yeah, they're probably not going to show too much of this game, but I spending more time on this game than what we just saw with Sato's game. To be honest, try and jam him. It's like they're pretty low score and more defensive pitching type of game. Oh snap! Oh snap! The off season from hell. Yeah, very defensive type of game. A pitcher's game. Yuma Mia, my pompadour boy. Gotta love him. Got a 2 RBI hit. Tato did. So we didn't actually see that happen. That was after what we just saw. Because what it was like 1-0, I think. It was, is he gonna turn him down this time? Okay. I was like, what if he turned him down again? I like that. I respect that. Look at Samura. He's like, he's me. I can understand why some people would want to avoid Samura though, or in this position in general, like as a first year being with the third years and all of that, you know, when they scared him. From the very beginning when they scared the shit out of him. It's really like Sour. Imagine. Would not be surprised. Kurmochi's like, have you not think about yourself? Or like, it's so awesome seeing them like, not obviously Miyuki and them are like, they're third years, but like, especially Sawamura who's a second year, like them being like in this position now, like, cause they know what it was like to be how they are, so it's kind of cool seeing like how they view it now, just from their experiences, like, and how they're seeing how they're gonna handle the first years, right? Saw a little glimpse there from Okamura's old team. Oh, damn! Holy shit! Whoa! That really that really struck Okamura, huh? He stood right up. Summer's like, oh shit, this is new. Damn. Yo, I kind of like that though. I kind of like sticking up for yourself, kind of like. I like that. I like that from Okamura. Not gonna lie. you know, um, not just kind of taking it all, right? Like, but obviously something from his past is what kind of struck a chord in him there. Like, you know what I'm saying. So they'll probably go more into that definitely, in the future. But um, I like what we're having with the first years, no, and just like the competition, seeing how. Now we saw obviously Masashi and Yui make the cut, the final two spots for out of the 20, but seeing kind of like obviously how Okamura's taking it and how this is pushing him even more so. Like he said, how they're fighting in their own ways. Um, with even I forget his name off the top of my head, but the dude who's dorming with Sawamura and Kuramochi, how he's like been leaving and all that. Like, obviously different than Okamura and the other first years, right? How they kind of carry themselves or how they're fighting in their own ways. Like, and how Okamura, how he hasn't really been able to finish, right? Or he's so determined about just finishing everything, even when it comes to the food. But the other dude, like he was saying, finishes. Yeah, he's slower, but he at least he finishes. So Okamura's taking a lot of this kind of on himself, and in like at least he's finishing, and on like in his mind he's not, right. Like that's how he's taking it. So I like that, man. But we also have some very um good games going on right now as well. Inashiro obviously, who's playing right now? Tato and the other team with Yuma Mia on him. on it. They're playing right now, so that's a good game. They spend more time on that game than what we saw with Sato in their game in this episode, where they actually ended up winning 10-2. But really, some potential good games coming up with potentially Sato and Ichidai. Obviously, we may see Sato and Inashiro. Inashiro, we didn't see. They're heading into their next game right now, so we're gonna probably catch up on that in the next episode or see what's going on with that, and probably see the result of the game I was just talking about, like with Tato and Yumamiya's team. So yeah, I just really like what they're doing with besides all the games and the tournament that's going on right now, I love what they're doing with just like building up the first years and the competition that's going on right now, and just kind of like going into their mind states, right? And I also really like seeing the dynamics, right? Because Salamura and them in a lot of the first years were in this position before, and now they're second years and they're having to deal with the first years, and going through the same thing that are going through the same thing that they went before. So it's kind of interesting to see how they're kind of pushing them or offering their encouragement or just offering advice or just how they're kind of treating them. You know what I'm saying? The third years, right? Like Ono, like that was something that stood out to me in this episode with Ono, how he provided that kind of criticism or that advice to Yui. Like I like seeing stuff like that. And then obviously Miyuki, how he does it in his own way, and just everyone has their own ways of giving kind of encouragement or advice or help or however you would want to say. But it's just nice seeing how they're in this position now, especially the second years, right? Like they're in this position now, having to give advice and kind of help bring up the first years and just get them into the Sato culture. So I like that. I like what they're doing with that. I like how they're going back and forth between the tournament and then the building up for the future. So good episode. Good episode once again. Let me know what you guys thought of this one. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.